Lord, for our nation. Thank you, Lord, for our people. Lord, we bring to you our leaders, our prime minister, our president, all other leaders, Lord, in our churches, our schools, our organizations. We pray for peace. We thank you, Lord, for peace in our own hearts. And Lord, we ask you this morning, as we get together, Lord, to share and to celebrate that you will be with us. And your Holy Spirit, Lord, to enlighten and to inspire us. We know this prayer, we ask for the Lord. Amen. Father God, we thanks and praise. We know, Lord God, and heart of each one of us, and especially, Lord God, desire that we have our country, desire we have our own families. Lord, help us to open to the Spirit of our life and our will, Lord God. Lord, we can look at television and whatever other media and stay. And Lord, we need you to look deeply at what's happening. But we are doing our own selves. Because we can create storms, Lord, things that we say, things that we do, Lord God. But this morning, Lord, especially as we meet seniors, proud seniors, that we can look at ourselves, and we can help one another in whatever way we can. Without looking for our own benefit, Lord, but to each other. Praise and thank you, Lord, we give you glory. That's a special blessing on our families today, Lord God. Those who are far away from us, far away physically, far away emotionally, Lord God. But we can have a reunion, we can have that with you, Lord God, because of who you are, Lord God, and because of what we believe in you. Amen.
Father, we give you praise. We glorify you, your awesome God. We thank you for this day, God. We lift them, God, and we pray that you will apply that wisdom, God, to the benefit of our country in the name of Jesus. God, we give you praise. As to the crime situation, God, you give us a directive. You said, if my people who are called by thy name should humble themselves and pray, you ask us to pray, to repent, hallelujah, to draw near to you, God, and then and only then we will have that peace, hallelujah, and we have healing in our land. So God, we give you the honor, we give you the praise, we give you the glory. Continue, God, to let your Holy Spirit to draw people near to you, God, hallelujah, so that they have a love for you, God, unity, oh God, and peace is all we need in this place. Father God, we give you praise and we give you thanks in no other name but Jesus' name. Amen.
Is there anyone else who would like to share a word of prayer?
Good morning. Gracious, merciful, omnipotent God, we come to you in prayer through your only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, lifting up our beloved nation, Trinidad and Tobago in prayer, as we give thanks for 57 years of prosperity and challenges. Despite recessionary times, may our loyalty and dedication to our nation be undiminished. May God continue to inspire leaders, empowering them to assist the poor as they work assiduously to create jobs for the unemployed and to release us from the bondage of debt. DEBT. Bless all Trinidadians as you give us power and authority over agents of darkness. Grant us courage, wisdom, and integrity, O God, that through our words and actions we will be worthy exemplars. Give us loving parents and caring teachers who are sound role models to guide our youths as they promote authentic integral human development, that is, development of every dimension of the person. May we use our resources wisely and remove the dependency syndrome which causes helplessness. Help us to be forever grateful for the blessings bestowed on our nation over these years. We continue to live by faith as we anticipate abundance, as the Bible states, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. May we continue to glorify your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Is there any gentleman who would like to share with us this morning a word of prayer? Yes? At least one of the gentlemen can come and offer a word of prayer, please. No? All right, let us not continue.
You're going into God bless song.
This is the day that the Lord has made, that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it, and be glad in it. For this is the day that the Lord has made. We will rejoice and be glad in it. This is the day that the Lord has made. Any gentlemen, or we have someone else?
Yeah, yes, I
We could sit now, please. Praise and thanksgiving, brothers and sisters. We are still in the prayer mood.
Good morning to each and everyone. I just want to sing a song. Sorry to disturb. Persons in the corner, I ask you to stop the activity for a while, please. We will have time. It is discourteous. We need to stop the activity, please. I just want to sing a song. Lord, prepare us to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. One more time. God be blessed to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. God bless you all and your families. In Jesus' name, amen.
Thank you, sisters. And now we are going to sing God Bless Our Nation. And I think we all know that, but I think it would be nice if we stood up to sing it, because it's one of our favorite and most beloved national songs. And so we possess that common love that binds and makes us one. Let it be known around the world that we can boast of unity and take up land in our liberty. God bless our eyes of tropic beauty, of the flaming point Sienna and the shady immortal, the warm and sparkling waters that break upon the shores, beat out a tune that seems to tell we take up land in our liberty. God bless our leaders, give them grace to guide, bestow on them that most lustily we take our pride in our liberty. God indeed bless our nation. Now as we continue, I know I might have been a bit harsh, but I'm going at it again. It really is important when we hold these meetings that persons pay attention. Now I said the only persons who I will allow really to come up there are the people coming through the door and stay quietly paying their subscription. All other parties, this meeting goes on until 1. You have sufficient time to do whatever business please. It's not about finish and run away. Okay, it's the time you spend together, we socialize, etc. here. So we really do not want the disruptions. Now if there's a seat next to you that's vacant, could you wave your hand please so the persons are showing could see. If there's a seat, okay, Petra, there are a couple seats because persons will be looking. We will also see if we can get some chairs, but then again, raise your hand so people could see they want to sit. There's one in front here, and there seem to be one across. Okay. Good morning to all, and welcome. And like I said, it's good to see so many of you. It's our first meeting after the short break in August. And for those who came out in August, particularly the new members, it's unfortunate that you weren't aware that we did not have meetings last month. I understand from the manager some of you were a bit upset, but nevertheless, things happen, okay? So if you're here today, then we're glad to have you here. But we did need that break, very short break, we did need that break in August. Now before I continue with the welcome, I've received some sheets in front of you. One is the AGM report. You can take that home and read at your leisure. We've got AGM coming up on the 12th. I'll talk some more about that later. That is the report that we submitted to them. But it was very important, as I said in July, that the executive, having spent a year in office, give some account of what's been happening. So that report represents the executive's year in office. And in the July meeting, I will introduce some of them. I know a couple of them weren't here, so I will introduce those later also. Okay? So that report, you can hold. I know some persons did not get. Again, we will see what we can do for the future meetings, if we could get other copies. So, welcome. Particular welcome to the new members. And I just want you to stand very quickly where you are so we can see the persons attending for the first time who are joining the Purple Diamonds family. Just stand up quickly, please. Okay? So let me do a quick count. I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, possibly 14 persons. Okay? So let's give these persons a hand, please. Let's welcome them. Okay? And we say to them, thank you for being part of Purple Diamonds. We hope during the course of the meeting to get to know you better. Thank you so much for joining us. And we hope you will also be part of what we do and contribute to what we do in our meetings. Thank you. Have a seat, please. To all other members, of course, thank you for joining. And I'm particularly pleased to see the group today because, like I started to say, you find first meetings, you know, but a good Purple Diamonds, stuff like that. The very first meeting back out, and we've got a full. So thank you so much for attending. I spoke earlier about the hurricane. And I want people to know a couple of our members are stranded off Florida, but they went on a cruise ship. And I got a call that they thought they were coming back in area, but because of the hurricane, they have to stay until they're able to get a flight back. So as we offer prayers,
Then for persons who are in difficulties, particularly our members, we want to remember them in our prayers, and all persons affected by the hurricane. This is hurricane season. Remember, when we love the phrase God is a Trinity, this is hurricane season. So we need to be mindful of everyone who might be affected, because already they say another one is forming. Okay, so we need to continually ask God's protection, asking for His safety, for us to be safe, and for all our members of families, whether they be abroad, whether they be in, because sometimes in Trinidad and Tobago, certain places are not affected by the heavy rains, and other people are flooded out, etc., within our own islands. So we need to be mindful of others and to keep asking God's protection, of course, to do what we can. Because I know they will be asking for assistance, because we see how badly the countries have been damaged. So we need, where we can, to offer assistance, not just for those abroad, but also for those in our own land who will be reaching out for whatever assistance we can give. And of course, as a group, as Paper Diamonds, we will also make a response to lend some assistance. So we'll be hearing more about that later. Okay, we now moving, like I said, we had a little late start, and I know we have to find a way to control the numbers and the payments, etc., but we'll work on it. So I'm going to leave the rest of my address for later. I'm going to ask now the Secretary, Maureen Stevenson, to come on and read the minutes for July, please. Following that, we have the financial report from our Treasurer, Amy McKenzie, and then we will take any questions, etc., on the minutes or the report. So let's just have Maureen coming on to read our minutes, and again, please pay particular quiet attention. Good morning, members. The minutes of the meeting of July the 2nd reads as follows. The regular meeting of the above group was called to order by Chairperson Ms. Norma George Ocho at 10:15 a.m. at the President Community Center, with all executives present except the Treasurer Ms. Amy McKenzie and Vice Chairperson Mr. Carlisle. The Chairperson welcomed all to the meeting, including the new members. The executive for the past year was reintroduced to the membership, and a review was done by the chairperson from July 28 to the present time. The minutes was read by the secretary, which was confirmed by Ms. Hazel Cook and seconded by Ms. Joan Joseph. There is no financial report due to the absence of the treasurer. New business. There was an introduction of our lecturers and entertainers for the day, who were well received by all. Ms. Alison Conti introduced our first lecturer, Mr. Clifton Paul, a massage therapist. He demonstrated the different massaging techniques for the hands and feet. Meruku Ato-Osei, a calypsonian, renders 2 songs much to the delight of the members. Dr. Desmond Samuel Phillips, a principal, spoke to members of the meaning of emancipation in our society. This was a very informative and well-researched speech. Neptune School of Performing Arts, led by Mr. Claude Neptune, the founder, performed songs with the drums, much to the delight of the members. The group consisted of 4 members, and they hail from Gasparilla. Tokens were given to each guest. Other business. It was announced by the chairperson that there will not be any meeting in the month of August. Activities for September. TTARP Annual General Meeting at Center of Excellence on the 12th to the 9th, 2019, and the fun line at the Green Pastures Estates at Quinaripo on the 20th of the 9th, 2019. There will be no further business. The meeting ended with a prayer by Ms. Sandra Cody at 12:55 p.m. Respectfully submitted by Maureen Taylor Stevenson, Secretary. Any omissions or corrections? And so, could confirm the minutes, please. What name? Sita? A seconder? Patricia McFarlane, thank you. Okay, thank you, Lee. We have the financial report now, Eamon McKenzie. In the meantime, in between time, we have items here, a bunch of keys, so just check and see if you left your keys back there, please. And we have an interesting little item here. I don't know if it fell off, but I have it here at the desk. The address I'm going to give basically will refer in part to the report that you have in hand. So like I said, this report, because I started to do some of this in July, where when we were reviewing, I wrote various appeals to members. And I'm going to be doing it again, and I'll probably be doing it for a long while. So therefore, once you come on board, I will stop begging in my appeals. If you look at our first page, I know that you could share, I'll just read it quickly for you. Our mission in Purple Diamonds is for the meaningful development of our group through education and social activities. And particularly for the new members, because sometimes you join and you just say to this group Purple Diamonds, yes, you saw them registering people, you come in, but you don't know what's happening. This is what we're about. We're a group of seniors, yes, and we've spent some years giving very worthy service, all of us, in whatever capacity, 40 plus years of service to our country, and at this point we want to enjoy our golden years, which was what TTARP was formed for, that we could enjoy our golden years. And at Purple Diamonds, we want to have meaningful development. Also on that page, you will see a list of the executive members. Okay, the two members who are absent, because we introduced them in July, was the secretary who just saw, Eamon McKenzie, and you will see our vice chair, Carl Lyon. So, you have the list of executive. I also, if you want, you can put my number, because I see people have been calling me at a number at, well, for want of a better word, that phone is almost unusable. So this number that you should be using is really my personal phone. So it's 374-0701. I repeat that, 374, okay, 0701. You can call, you can leave a message. I'll try as far as possible to get back to you. You can leave a WhatsApp, whatever it is you can do, and I will try to get to the issue at hand. Okay? On the second page, we have membership. Okay? And I again thank members. We're growing, and we have TTARP Head Office holds every 2 months a zonal meeting, where 2 members from each zone come together with them at the board and we talk about what's happening. And they keep commending us, as they have been doing over the past couple of years. When we started to go, they keep commending us for the growing membership. And of course, with the growing membership, and I've told them this, we do have some challenges that we need to look at. One, of course, is how we fast-track things like collection of names, etc. The other is how we utilize our space. Okay, and this is something I'm going to keep dealing with the management of the Pleasantville Center, because it's a comfortable place. The parking is comfortable, they've been very accommodating to us. And we really need to see how we can manage the numbers that are growing. But we do thank you for the numbers, and of course I'll talk more about that in terms of what members can do to assist. One of the things that came up in the last zonal meeting about membership, And sometimes you go through things and you really don't pay attention. Wait a minute, this is supposed to be happening. A group, I think it was Arena, brought up the fact that members who are not financial, if you don't attend meetings for 3 months, you are deemed not to be members of the group. This is something we have not been. We know that there are persons, we give particular things to persons who are ill, persons, so we understand that, we chat with them, that's a different issue. But there are persons who pop in and pop out, and I always used to say, it doesn't happen now, usually around birthday time, they pop in and pop out and we don't see them again. But it was formally stated at the last annual meeting, you have to be attendance financial members 3 months running. Not 1 month, skip 2 or 3 months and come back again. You must not, if you haven't been present for those 3 months, you are deemed to be no longer a member of the group. Okay, like I said, we haven't been doing that, but now that we have the information, we have to look at that. And it's not about punishing people, it's about knowing that this is our group and we have to do what we can to make sure our group runs well. Education, we have a whole series of things we did, and you'll see that we have an education committee because again, and I might sound repeating the things I said, an executive of 14 members with a 4 members, which makes about 19 or 20, cannot run the affairs of the group. So you see I sent out a committee soon on WhatsApp and I have the listing there. We need members to really come on board and contribute in various categories. We know you have skills in different areas. You know, sometimes we say we just want to rest now, we really want to go into a retire. It's more than that. Somebody has to do it, and it's our thing, so we have to do it. We all want to come and sit back and just, but no, it's not about that. It's not a concert, it's not an entertainment scene. It's about us getting together. So we need input from our members, we need assistance. So there's about more than 5, about 8 committees. In fact, I left out one, the fundraiser committee. A member drew that to my attention, and we heard about the monies we're spending, particularly on the snacks and the refreshments. That costs us a lot, okay? For new members particularly, what we've been doing so far, we have not been fundraising. The fundraising that we do is simply on our tours. So you know the treasurer mentioned we raised over 2,000 in our last tour. So when we have any surplus from what we get for our tours, we put that back to help us with activities that we need to do. Okay, but we need to be a little bit more aggressive now, as was pointed out to me this morning by Ms. Veronica Thomas, and she was on the last executive, and she was very good at doing things like raffles and whatnot, and she understands, and she will make you all understand too the necessity to really get out there and do what we can to raise some money. Okay? So we'll be asking you to do various things, and we look for your cooperation. I started with that, but I should really go back to education. So we want persons who, what do we do about the education committee? Persons who really come up with, because we want to inform our members also. So over the past year, we've done those various things we have listed, but we want to go further. You will have the ideas, and I tell members, sometimes we go to a meeting, because people are in different groups, and we hear somebody speaking, someone's on the radio, someone's on the television. I saw a gentleman recently, I said, he should come to TTARP and give a little, to Baby Diamonds and give a talk. Because you see these people, and you hear what they're talking about, and you say, that will be good for our group. And just take a note of it. You don't have to go after them if you don't want to. Pass the message on to me or to any member of the executive. This person is good at this. This person can do this. See if you could contact them. Because if you notice, quite a few, and I mentioned it there, of the people we had last year were members who brought those people in. I said to them, look, we need somebody for this, for Eid, for social activism, we need somebody to come to. And they came to me and they said, look, this person can be used, this person can be used. Because we depend on more. We don't know everything and we can't source everything. We depend on you all to help us out. Okay, so that's the education committee. What we can do to help. So if you know that that is your vote, that you can help us there, please put your name down. And they are about numbers. Because too much is never enough. Then we have our accomplishments, which we will see the different things that we undertook, and we want to undertake, of course, many more things. The Facebook and WhatsApp. I don't really want to start on WhatsApp, but I have to. Last month I said it again. People are putting something in place now. Some people may have been offended already. If you put something on WhatsApp, I'm going to take it off. Okay? And when you come to the meeting, you have to explain to me why I need to put you back on WhatsApp. And if you do it repeatedly, I don't even want any more explanations. I mean, let's face it, I don't know this lady is here, and I'm deliberately calling her name, so don't be ashamed. Chana, are you here? Chana. 9 pictures, I don't know what is happening. Yeah, tell us, because you must have annoyed quite a few people. Probably not. Okay, thank you. Yes, it's for the members here, because like I said, I know some people are very annoyed by that repeated. Because not only does it take up space and if you write somewhere, to keep going on that and seeing these pictures popping up that mean nothing. Okay? So yes, I hear you, and I hear what you said, the phone went wacko. So if all you have phones that go wacko, please pay attention to that. Okay? Right? I mean, it took me a while to get used to the computer. It took me years, actually. So now I send in people and email and everything good. But it took a while. So yes, if you're taking a while to get used to the whole thing, plus another program last month, I have to ask the manager again to run another program for persons how to use the social media, how to use the phone. Because if you're doing that, there are going to be problems. And you're not the only one. People have also told me when they send strangers the things that they didn't know how that came up on the phone. But we have to be careful. In terms of Facebook, and that's a medium you could use to post all kinds of things. In terms of Facebook, we do have a Facebook. We had one where people were getting problems to get home. We've done away with that. There's a second one on easy to get home. You just go in and I look at it and I put accept and that's it. No questions asked. Okay, so that's on Facebook. So you could ask, if you can't go on yourself, you could ask persons. Another choice that is right there, and I know a member had said it, but I can't do it. In terms of I have too many other things to do. The member had suggested we have a social WhatsApp for persons to post, to greetings and whatnot. If somebody wants to work on that, you have a choice. No, hold it. You don't want it if you don't want to be. So it will be a choice thing. That's why I say somebody has to work it. So you have to get a list, you have to put it out for members who would like to be on social WhatsApp, put your numbers, you have to set up the WhatsApp, etc. That is an option for those who like to post the little prayers and the meetings and the whatnot. But right now, it's very inconvenient for 200 persons posting these things continually. Okay? As much as interesting as they might be, and I find some very interesting, I will keep it on my phone, but you can't send it out to WhatsApp in the group WhatsApp. It's not right. Okay, we have the next page, tutors, and we have things like Spanish, and that's back there in the folder. There's going to be a repeat of the Spanish program. So all those who, and you will see last month was 20, this time it's 30. And why? Partly financial. We are asking members to fund, and most of the groups have been doing that, so we find that the computer classes and another group, I can't remember which one, they were funding it directly by themselves. We cannot afford to pay extra from our funds. So we find that the Spanish, for those who were there last year, has gone up to $30 to accommodate rental of the space for the Spanish class. Okay? We have, and you see the computer literacy, social media, that was run by the manager. If persons are interested, again, no doubt she'll be able to run it. Dance and movement therapy, Mission Joseph, that he organizes at his building, so he controls that. So it's $150 for the 6 sessions, which works out to about $25, which goes, of course, directly to Mr. Joseph. But it's a very interesting class. He uses dance, because we had one yesterday, in terms of how we can utilize dance at our age to really, as I say, get our brains learning, get us learning or get us moving in a very creative and fun atmosphere. So persons are encouraged, again, the sheet is back there, it's Mondays and Wednesdays, you can still get on board. It's Mondays from 10 to 11 and Wednesdays from 10 to 11. So you have the option, put your names back there, don't pay any money yet, just put your names and we'll sort that out. Line and ballroom dancing, Miss Barrett, and of course that continues with our group steel band classes. Then we come to tours undertaken, and since September to now we've had quite a few. A couple of them you find we will be repeating, because persons like the one coming up in October, where persons go to First People Museum, European Historical, and Trim City Mall. So you find a couple are repeated, a couple of them we new. Okay, so we have, and of course again, we have a folder back there for those who want to work on tours, because there are persons with ideas. Again, the same thing. You went somewhere, it was a very good tour, let us know about it. Our members will then see about getting it organized to go. Okay, it's about information. And you are out there, you will know places that you go, things that you've seen. Let us know so we could get things going, because remember it's about education and socializing also. Entertainment, that's a committee idea. Again, we try to have within our meetings some entertainment format. We have, of course, our resident entertainers, and I think I saw Drago coming just now. We have Anthony Smith, and we have others, no doubt, but we would sometimes bring in other persons to entertain. Okay? So we have that. So we have an entertainment committee. You know your strengths, you know what you're good in. That committee is out there, put your name in, please. Community service, you will see there's a committee called Community Outreach, and that incorporates community service. And there are persons already, one person, so that's her thing, that's what she does usually. She would look after things like getting things to families, helping out persons in the community. So if you're into that and you could help us there, put your names in. Right now we're looking at an adopted school program, a primary school, in the sense that we have been here for over a year and we're next door to Pleasantville Primary. And I understand that school is very much in need, not only physical need, in terms of social issues that they have. Already our vice chair has volunteered to work with them in the PTA. So we're going to be focusing as one of our outreach on that primary school, meeting with the principal, finding out how we can help. Because I said, we're right here and they're right there, and we can't just, let's just start with helping them. And there might be other groups and organizations that we can assist, again, that you would know. Just bring the information to us, please. Okay, we have, let me see if I missed a page. Right. So on the next page, we have some of the things we hope to do in the second year. And the first one is, it starts with as the executive begins, that page. The first one, involvement of a membership through greater dialogue in various committees, utilizing our abundance of skills and experience. And I'm down to that stage, begging members to please help us using your skills and experience in the various committees to do what you can with us. Let's work together. I'll talk about the primary school, publish a history of our group. We've been here for quite a while. I'll see if I get more information for the next meeting on that. We want to look at, give a historical thing. Now, I know one zone is doing a whole pictorial thing. I don't know if we can venture there. But they're big. So they're doing pictorial in terms of their present membership, because they say they like to see a name and a picture attached. That's a big venture. It's something we could look at. But at the moment, we just want to look at the history of our group, because we have to give credit where credit is due. And when they started, they were a very small group, and they persevered, and that's why we could say today we've got Purple Diamonds as this large group happening. The Data Bank, that committee listing is out there too. Our treasurer needs assistance, and she's willing to work it, but she will not be able to do it on her own. It's going to be easier if we have a data bank of our members, if we're able to, that will speed up the process with so we need to find ways to do this. Okay, so persons who are skilled in that area. You don't have to be an IT specialist to be skilled. Skilled in helping us how do we create this data bank of our members? How do we create a skills bank? We need your help. The expo, well, that's on financial, legal and safety. That will come hopefully by November. I'm looking at that. And the anniversary celebration, again, that links up with the history of our group. Funline and Green Pastures. And again, people who have suggestions, that's happening in September. It's still open because they say they're going to give us the place by ourselves for the day. We only want to have a fun day. So we will need a group of people to organize how do we do a fun day. What games do we do? All falls, whatever it is, cricket, whatever you do. We have prizes by the way. We want to have a fun day, Scrabble, whatever it is you want to do. Let's have a day of fun. I will be speaking to them again. I know he assured me that there's a pool, there are places to walk, a nature trail, etc. One member from a different zone in one of the zonal meetings said that they enjoyed the day. It's just that it was a bit wet, so we're hoping for good weather when we go on that day, because she said it's much more enjoyable when we go and it's dry. So I'm hoping for a good day there. We have our expo coming up next month. You'll hear more about that. Things like self-events, and we have visited St. Lucia. Now, we did Grenada before. At the moment, it's a planning stage, so the activities committee will help work on that. We're looking at St. Lucia at Carnival time. Okay, so there is too much jumping up and having a good time. We are looking to go into St. Lucia around the Carnival weekend. Okay? For persons who are into Carnival, we'll find another trip for you. I'm not saying it's only Carnival, but we're looking at around Carnival, our Carnival. St. Lucia Carnival is different. Right? Okay. And then we've got the conclusion. And I especially want to mention one of the things we have here. Not only the members are being thanked, the management and staff, they really go out of their way to help us whenever they can. So I really want to thank them. The catering and hospitality, they don't go crazy. They just sit down and say, okay, we've got 200 plus to look after, and we will look after them. Clive Buffett, he came on board, I remember now officially, yes, he came on board and he's staying with us, and we thank him. So as I mentioned him particularly for his patience and his expertise. So it's not easy dealing with us. And of course, our cheerful transport organizers, Ian is a gem. He just, whatever is happening, he says, don't worry about it. We will wait, we will do this, we will do that. So Ian is really a gem, right? And he organizes all our transport needs, and we really want to thank them. So again, thank everyone. Don't forget the committees listing at the back. We really want to get that going. I want to pause now and ask if any of our entertainers are here before I proceed. We're supposed to have a violinist, Miss Damiro. Could you tell me more about whether is Miss Damiro close by? Oh, he's here. Okay, Osvaldo. Oh, he's not here yet. Okay, Osvaldo. I don't know why I'm Clifton pushing you first, but and I want to talk about Osvaldo. Could you come, please? So I just breaking the mood a bit. We have 4 entertainers, so I just want to come on now. We have Drago and we have 3 other singers. But you will notice we have only male entertainers. So ladies, and I know, I didn't put it as a committee, I know we have singers, etc. among us. Ladies, don't be shy with it. I'm saying ladies because the gentlemen are always up here. Right? I'm hearing about a choir, very good. Probably by Christmas time we have power and Christmas music. So once I say choir, you know there's a committee in one time. So we're going to look at the choir, we're going to look at singing. Could you just open that door and just call Miss Churchill, please? You heard us in your absence, but I really need to. This is our manager of Pleasantville Community Center. Let's give her a hand, please. And you got another mention in our HUM report because you have been so kind to us, so good to us in terms of giving us parking space when we need it, in terms of simply accommodating us. So as a group, we just want to say to you, thank you so much.
Now, first of all, this came as a surprise, so good morning, everyone. And I would like to say thank you so much for your kind sentiments this morning. We are always happy to have the TTARP group here. And I must take this opportunity also to commend the executive team of the TTARP group, led by Ms. Ocho and her team, who work very hard behind the scenes to put things together for you all. So I would like to also allow for you to give them a round of applause. Many times they would come and meet at the Pleasantville Community Center, so I see them working behind the scenes, and I know this is a very active group. I can't wait to join. Sometimes I say, you know, if I had time, I will jump on some of these trips you will attend from time to time. Over the last 2-3 months, probably you will have 2 to 3 events to be Grenada outings. I mean, very, very exciting, and I hope you all are taking full advantage of the opportunities available. But it does not go without hard work, right? And I would also like to take this opportunity to welcome all of you to return to Pleasantville Community Center to host your event here. If you are interested in having an event, whether it be for yourselves, if you plan to get married soon, maybe your children or your grandchildren plan to get married soon. I don't know, it could be your first, second, or third marriage, I don't know. But we also host any type of event, weddings, christenings, birthday parties, classes, family days, anything at all. So if you think of it, we can host it, okay? So feel free to liaise with us in the office. The number is 610-610-7822. You can also go on Facebook for those of us who are internet savvy, and we did host again through TTARP a computer course and social media course, and you all could probably take advantage of it for those who are, you know, just catching up, right? But at the same time, if you are interested, let us know, and we are always here to assist. All right, so I want to thank you again for the acknowledgement. I really do appreciate it. Good day.
Okay. Right, so some light entertainment before we bring on our presenter. How many songs do you do? One? Just do one song for now?
One song, yeah.
Yes, and then you bring him on. Oh, El Drago, Ainsley Myers, okay, a member. Mr. Navarro, you have to come. I don't understand too many signals, so come please. Right, a member of our group, and he would have been with us last year performing, I think it was around November, December, he would have been entertaining us. Recently, of course, he had been in hospital for a while, very severe illness, but thank God he is with us, he has recovered, and we thank God for his recovery, and he's here with us today. So we want to welcome back El Drago to our group.
Yes, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It's always a pleasure to be here to perform for you all, and I personally love this group. We were asked to do this song by one of the members. I didn't come to do it, but they said, Drago, do that song now. They heard me doing a show up in Miami last week. So I said, okay, I'll do it for you all. That's good.
And just like that river, I've been running ever since. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Oh, yes it will. It's been hard to I'm afraid to die. I want to know what's going on here. Even this time, it's been a long time coming. But I know the change is gonna come. Oh, yes it is. When I go to my brother and I ask, brother, won't you help me please? Then he winds up, turning me down. After looking around, I know on my bed. There's been times that I thought that I didn't last that long. I thought I wouldn't have been able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know the change is gonna come. Oh, yes, it is. Now listen to this. When I go to my sister and I ask, sister, won't you help me please? Then she winds up, turning me down. After looking around, no, I'm not born on my bed. There's been times that I thought I couldn't last that long. Yes, I thought I would not have been able to carry on. It's been a long time coming, but I know a change is gonna come. Well, yes it will. Now this song was being an anthem by the freedom fighters
Santa made this song for the freedom fighters in those days, the oppression. And let's fast forward and come to Trinidad now. What's happening here? Many of our brothers are killing each other, and we ask ourselves why. First of all, we have to look at the families, the mothers. Watch your sons, because we want a change to come. And we ask God to bless them. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Valdez. Thank you so much. And as you see, ladies and gentlemen, we thank God. He's bouncing back all his style, and just give him another hand, please. And always will want to say, could you do so and so? He said, yes, no problem. Thank you. Okay. We now have our presentation. And I want to let you know, so you can give him that he told you this is his bio. That is very interesting, so I want you to listen. The presentation will be done by our Vice Chairman, Mr. Carl Ryan. And for those who came for the first time in July, I said 2 members of the executive were not here. He was one of them. So you will see our Vice Chairman, Mr. Carl Ryan, coming up in a while. But apart from that, and that's when I say that we have rare skills in this place, Mr. Ryan comes to us as a very skilled gentleman. And just listen to all, I don't know, because I have to get through this. Carl Ryan, mental health consultant, and I should have put on my readers for this one, mental health consultant, researcher, educational, practitioner. Graduated as a registered mental health nurse, received his early training at San Fernando General Hospital, Portisville General, and St. Anne's Psychiatric Hospital. He worked in various sectors of mental health, contributing to the design, plan, implementation, and evaluation of healthcare needs, risk assessment, and management, culminating in a senior nurse management position while at St. Anne's. He migrated to the UK in 1990 to pursue his personal and professional development. Following a brief period of adaptation in the UK National Health Service, he was admitted to the UK Register for Mental Health Nurses. He continued his mental health practice covering areas like elderly care, adolescent psychiatric services, rehabilitation, training and development management, interpersonal conflict management, project management, substance abuse, learning disability, psychiatric intensive care, risk assessment, community mental health services, forensic psychiatry, and mental health assessment in prisons. Notice I have to pause and breathe for a while. I just halfway through. He's also consultant and principal master tutor of his interpersonal conflict management training program, which comprises theoretical and practical components of personal protection and compassionate, non-lethal restraint technology. Okay, which is used with the Metropolitan Police Force, prison officers, National Health Service, and private hospital staff, schools, colleges, and university staff. His research work on conflict management in the workplace influenced policy changes in the Department of Health in England. He was a visiting lecturer at several universities in the UK. In 2006, he was nominated for an Award of Excellence by the City University of London for his research work into mental health practices. Mr. Ryan holds a Master of Philosophy in Mental Health, BA Honours in Education and Training, Certificate in Education, Certificate in Teaching and Assessing in Clinical Practice, Diplomas as Physical Training Instructor, Self-Defense Instructor, and Martial Arts Instructor and Judge. He has authored one book entitled manual restraints in psychiatric settings, empirical realities, which was the subject of one of his theses, and the only book ever written on this subject to date. He's also published widely in international journals on mental health sciences. He developed a unique training program entitled Workforce Development, suitable for all staff in any type of work arena, and particularly those who are required to deal with interpersonal conflicts as part of their daily job. He returned to Trinidad in 2012 after 24 years of international experience, during which he contributed significantly to cutting-edge psychiatry in the UK and Europe. He has established a foundation, 2 registered organizations. The NICER Foundation, we'll tell you more about that, an NGO primarily established to assist in promoting positive mental health, and the second organization, Conflict Response Institute, to provide training in interpersonal conflict management. Carl Ryan remains firmly committed towards the promotion of positive mental health, as well as the personal and professional development of persons in our beloved Ireland. Ladies and gentlemen, cry for Mr. Ryan. He is here to talk to us about mental health for seniors. And as I want he's going to talk about it, he's going to talk to us about that. And we give God praise and thanks for the beauty around us. But we know that, especially the seniors, as we look at the negatives and we have so many fears, etc., as seniors about what's happening to us, about what could happen to our families, etc., that we need to be mentally strong. So coming on, let's welcome Carl Ryan on his talk, Mental Health for Seniors, our Vice Chairman.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Don't worry, she just make up that. Everybody's smiling. What kind of congregation is this? Very nice, very nice. Rufus went to a restaurant and said to the waiter, give me half a jerk chicken and give all the people in here oxtail. And they ate and they had a very good time. Then not too long after, Rufus said, waiter, give me a drink of light rum and give everybody in here a bottle of brandy. And the people sing praises upon Rufus. He's the best thing. Anytime you come in this restaurant, I come in too. And then Rufus said, waiter, give me my bill. It's the first time I see people laughing after a joke. Anyway, he said, and give everybody their own bill. Because when I pay, I want everybody to pay. Rufus' funeral is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Anybody there? So we'll not talk for a while. Almost forget what I come here to talk about this. Anyway, mental health condition is a very, very serious issue. And what I want to do is to talk to you for a short while, just to set the stage so that we could have, well, let's say, question and answers. But there are some hard facts that we need to know and we just can't get away from them. You've heard the World Health Organization talk about 1 in 4 persons is likely to experience a mental health condition sometime in their life. 1 in 4. And then other reports talk about up to 80% of the persons who need mental health care are not receiving that care. And you know that. You have a nice way of saying it. There are more mad people outside than inside. So it's true in some sense. Canada, one of the top developing countries in the world, talk about 77% of their working population has some form of mental health condition. That is more than 3/4 of the workforce. I wonder what's the situation in Trinidad workforce. More than that? And we go further to talk about the prisons being a warehouse for the mentally disordered. How critical is that? And in the UK, they talk about 90% of the workforce, the prisoners have some form of mental disorder. So I say all this to say that we are not alone, we are not unique. Okay? Mental health condition is one of, well, let me put it positively, is one of the greatest phenomena that ever existed that man experienced. And when we talk about in England, in 1 year, there was over 55 million prescriptions for antidepressive medication. So what's the situation in Trinidad? We're not very good at research here, but so far most of the research tend to come out of the South region, and they talk about 11,000 patients on their books. And what is interesting is that they claim to see 100 new cases every month. But the South only has one ward, which is Ward 1. And with a bed capacity for under 30 beds. So where are these persons going, where they have been treated? You know. But this is a subject that we hardly want to pay attention to because it's sad, you know, it's not a sexy topic. But there are lots of positives because some of the greatest persons who have ever walked this earth had some form of mental disorder. Shakespeare, Van Gogh, Winston Churchill, Eric Williams, Muhammad Ali, you know. So it's Donald Trump. So it seems as though in order to achieve any sort of greatness, you have to be mad. No, but that's the nature of it. When someone is mentally disordered, they go through a lot of traumatic changes. And nowadays you hear lots of talk about mental health, but do you know what we're referring to? What's mental health? Do we know? Well, mental health refers to the general well-being of the brain. And in order to put it in some context, I sort of place it in 4 categories. You have excellent mental health, good mental health, poor mental health, and mental disorder. So I think the area that we're more concerned about is mental disorder. And you'll be interested to know that there are approximately, to date, 450 different types of mental disorders. And counting, because every 5 years when these reference guides are being reviewed, you will have a few added. So that is quite serious issue. And to show, to give an indicator how they arrive at this huge figure, you have classifications of mental disorder. And the first major classification is schizophrenia. Could anyone spell schizophrenia? Don't try. In case you bite your tongue. And under schizophrenia, we have certain subtypes like paranoid schizophrenia, grandiose schizophrenia, hebephrenic schizophrenia, Capgras, and so on. And then we have depression. And of course, we have different types of depression: endogenous depression, postpartum depression, and so on, reactive depression. And then there's bipolar. Have you heard the term bipolar? And you know bi means two, so the person experiences two extreme emotions. On one occasion, they might be very high and energetic, doing extreme things, drinking, partying all night, dressing in extreme colors, And on the other hand, they tend to become low mood, depressed. And in extreme cases, they could hardly recognize their faces in a mirror. So that's the extremities of bipolar. And then there is personality disorder. Has anyone heard that? What we call PD. And personality disorder comprises of two types of conditions. You have the psychopath and the sociopath. And when I look at the nature of domestic violence in Trinidad, having worked in the prisons and experienced and observed some of these behavior, it become clear to me that a lot of the persons involved, particularly males, in domestic violence will have some sort of personality disorder. Because with personality disorder, you become authoritative, jealous, beyond control, controlling, and they don't have to be within visual distance to control you. They could control you on the phone, on the email, bling bling, where you, what time you're coming home. And we think it's love they're concerned about us, And then the extreme will take place where they become physically violent. And then the bring roses and caviar and wines and say, honey, I'm sorry, I wouldn't do it again. And within a short time is what up, as we say. So that's the cycle of persons with personality disorder. The definition of mental disorder is any disorder of the brain, any disorder. And I say this to say conditions like Alzheimer's, Down syndrome, epilepsy, ADD, ADHD are all types of mental disorder. Once the brain is not functioning as it's supposed to in a normal way, it's disordered in some way. So it's important for us to recognize that any disorder of the brain is a mental disorder. So how it affects engaged. Well, for women, there is a report that indicated that women have a longer life expectancy than men. We don't know why, but women tend to live longer than men. And because Alzheimer's or dementia is a condition of the aged, that means that the condition of Alzheimer's would be more significant in women because they live longer. So what's the cause of mental disorder? Well, the major cause is genetics, it's inherited. So that means if the parent is affected in some way, that is passed on to the offspring. Sometimes it's a bit technical because if one parent has it, sometimes it may skip generations. You may hear one member of the family, a brother, sister, or an uncle. But I'm observing lots of cases now where both parents are affected by the condition, and in that case, the whole family, the children, will have some sort of mental condition. Now, mental condition, they call it an inexact science. And to help us to understand the nature of it, we talk about the condition presenting itself with mild, moderate, severe, and intense. So we will be more familiar with the severe and intense one because it's visual. We see them on the street. Just recently, someone smashed their home or burned the home down, right? You have little children committing suicide and so on. So that's the nature of it. The mild and moderate one are more difficult to detect, and sometimes it takes a trained eye. The symptoms are varied. You have, it usually starts with some sort of headache because it affects the brain, confusion in the head, disorientation, cannot sleep at night, and then it leads to other part of the body. You may have incidents of self-medication where the person feels, well, look, I need to do something to see if I could help myself. So what's the quickest thing they do? Take a drink, or they may use other types of substances. There's a critical area when dealing with mental condition. We find that it's more acceptable to go to a psychologist. But a psychologist is not the person to make a proper diagnosis. The difference is that a psychiatrist is the only person with the authority to make a proper diagnosis. They work hand in hand in order to collaborate and bring about a proper diagnosis. Some people go to their family doctor and he puts you on sleeping medication, and so that you may be on that medication for years, not realizing their underlying problems. So I guess that sets the stage, and so I would entertain any questions you may have. If you want further clarification or anything, just let me know. But before I do that, I want to just inform you of what I do. I do community mental health work. as Norma pointed out a while ago, my foundation is called NICER Foundation, and often on the radio and television talking about mental health. And my major project is around Mental Health Day. Mental Health Day is the 10th of October each year. And but the Ministry of Health tends to focus on that day. But what I do, I focus on a week of activity on the highest promenade, giving information, consulting with persons and so on, and helping them in their understanding of this major phenomenon called mental health. And so there's a sort of a program on paper. The mental health week is from the 6th to the 12th of October 2019. And so on the 6th, it's like the opening ceremony where we invite marching bands and scouts and cadets to march through the streets of San Fernando. And on Monday, we've got sessions for Let's Talk Mental Health with Men in Mind. Tuesday, Let's Talk Mental Health with Women in Mind. Wednesday, Mental Health in Youth, and so on. On the final day, which is October the 12th, we've got a mental health seminar. This will be the 7th year in operation. So we'll be having a 7th annual mental health seminar at the Susumacha Presbyterian Church, opposite Presentation College on Carib Street. Do you know where that is? Good. We are a non-funded organization, and I want to thank those of you who contributed last year to the event very significantly, assisting distribution of meals and donating snacks and beverages and so on. So this year we come to you again asking for whatever you can. First of all, to invite you to the activities, particularly the seminar, because what we do is we select persons living with mental health problem and are willing to share their testimony. So we have persons coming and talking about their conditions, and members of the audience gets an opportunity to ask them questions. So what could be more original than that? And so we ask for donations in any way: water, orchard drinks, pear drafts, sweet bread. Where's Miss Coltress? Miss Coltress makes a wicked sweet bread. Must call her name. That would sustain us throughout the week. If you have problem with transport, just call me and I'll collect. I think our meeting day is before or start the first Tuesday, so you could bring it here and I will collect what have you. So I look forward to your ongoing support in any way you can. Questions? Yes? Do we have a mic? Is Wendell here? Right. Span, is Mr. Span here? Mr. and Mrs. Span. That's with the ambulance. Yes, sir.
Are you able to we have two places, one San Fernando and St. Thomas Hospital. Those are places, as far as I understand, okay, what I want to thought is, if there are places to put places people who suffer with mental disorder, or if they care for people with mental disorder. Also, what is done for the aftercare of people who suffers with mental disorder?
Very interesting question. Let me start by saying that mental health provision in Trinidad is extremely poor. Extremely poor. Because if you're receiving treatment from the government agencies and you have to seek me out for explanation and consultation, it's very poor. It's poor. One, St. Anne's Hospital was built over 100 years ago, and no other facilities was built, when in fact there's a hospital program that builds several general hospitals throughout Trinidad. So it seems as though mental health is on the back burner. There are lots of rehab units around Trinidad, but it's just like a containment center. Hardly any activities go on. No proper structure in place to bring these persons back to some sort of normalcy and stability so that they could function in society, enjoying acceptable quality of life. So there's nothing, absolutely nothing in place.
Yes.
Anything else? Sorry, one person behind you. Yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Thanks for taking my question. How would you classify panic/anxiety attacks? Would that be a type of mental illness?
It is. This is the most unique body you would find anywhere in the world. We are unique because there is only one of us. But panic/anxiety is also a type of mental condition. First of all, we are born with a certain level of mental discipline that allows us to sleep for a certain period, eat a certain quantity of food, develop relationships, accept rejection. Those are all normal situations, charitability and all those sort of things. And the neurologist tends to put it in a way that would help us to understand. And they talk about some of us are not wired up as we're supposed to. It's just like a battery in relation to the movement of the car. And when some of these wires are missing, then the body presents itself in a certain way. It does not mean that we completely shut down. You know, and if you look at the battery in the car and so on, you're driving the car, but you realize going uphill, the power is less. Or in the night, the lights are dimmer than usual, but the car could move. Well, it's the same way our body function, and no part of the body can move without the permission of the brain. Now, panic and anxiety are conditions that we hardly know about. What we know is that they exist. And it's not a condition perhaps you should end up in hospital for, but it's a condition that you can manage through therapeutic intervention. Some people talk about psychologists trying to get to the root cause of the panic and anxiety and so on. But it's very fearful and it's rare. It is rare, you know. And so it's left to the person to accept that they have a condition and to need to cooperate with therapeutic bodies who could help them to solve that problem. But it's what we call a mild condition. Now it could be severe because phobia is an important part as well. And I have reports of this young lady who was afraid to use the toilet. And after 4 weeks, she actually died from constipation. So that's to tell you how real it is. And no amount of reasoning. It takes time, gradually nipping at it to get through that. And the person that is affected by the condition needs support from family and friends. I know someone in the East Coast, no doors in the front of the house, no toilet doors, no nothing, because she's just afraid of being enclosed. Could hardly drive in a car or bus. This claustrophobia, which is a type of phobia, fear of enclosed spaces. So it could be real for some people. So you need, consultation and advice and a solution pathway to help you to overcome. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
1 minute.
According to what you said, right, the percentages of people who have mental, where these people came from, they were birthed. So therefore, they came from parents. And if these things are turning out to be genetic, then all are we mad?
I'm glad you said it.
Yeah. Because we
I will take a drink for that.
We are producing these children, and these children come into adults, and we send them to school. They wasn't mad. They reach out in the workplace, and then they start to get mad. And you are saying that it's genetic, so then we mad.
Well, I encourage persons not to use the term mad, because they are the truth. And it does not help the cause. Because when you say someone is mad, you're referring to the fact that they should be sent to the madhouse, lock the door and throw away the key. But it's not like that. I said there are lots of persons who have walked this earth and have contributed significantly to society. I rather use the term mental condition. Because if you then say this person has a mental condition, it opens up the argument. What type of condition? Because not everybody just mad. Okay? And the problem we face with some parents, lots of parents, is that this problem of stigma and the fact that I don't want to believe that my child has a mental condition. But we can't get away from it. Children more than the parents, relatives more than relatives. We can't get away from it. Okay? Yeah.
Mr. Ryan, sir.
Yes.
Because we only have 2 facilities for acute mental illness, and I'm wondering if you've ever decided to try to get the Ministry of Health to have an aftercare or daycare facility, and would you consider opening up a petition so that we could lobby the Ministry of Health? I have 2 friends with 30-something-year-old men, continually up to St. Anne's and back, nowhere to go, and parents are moving on and getting elderly, and they really need a facility where people can go just to give their relatives a break during the week. And I wonder if you could consider doing that. And I'm sure we here are all willing to sign your petition and to lobby the Ministry of Health.
That's a very good start.
Not only have we got the young men and women, we also I have a friend who is in her 70s and showing signs of Alzheimer's. If she has a place to go once or twice a week, that will give her relatives enormous relief. And I think you ought to consider it. As a matter of fact, I challenge you to do it.
Thank you, ma'am. Making proposal to the Ministry of Health since 2005. You do the maths. And up to now, I've had little or no response. Just not interested. And they're not interested because there's a historic sort of notion behind mental health. They call it the voiceless. The people who are living with the condition hardly want to speak out because they will say we're mad. People who don't have the condition don't want to associate because we live with these mad people. So we have a serious problem. The petition is a very good idea because the state agencies tend to respond to advocacy. So maybe that's a good start. I was thinking about an online petition because you go to persons and they're hardly willing to sign because they might be charged for sedition. Yes, ma'am.
Following up on the lady in the purple that she was talking about, we as older women need to instruct our younger women who are coming up, as she was saying, could be genetic. What is the state of your mind during pregnancy? A lot of women are very stressed out during that period and they pass the stress on to their children, right? So we who know need to work with them and tell them, listen to me, don't matter what you're going to, we're here for you. That is why we are all here today, right? And as Dr. Rouse have been saying, we need to have groups where people could meet instead of leaving them at home. Loneliness is killing a lot of our seniors. Some of the women took care of their husbands, and as soon as the man there, they get Alzheimer's, right? So we need to take care of ourselves while we take care of our parents. And I live at home with a 91-year-old father. And I have to keep telling him, you live your life already. We have to live our life, we have to go to work, we have to do things. We're going to put things in place, and the women in the family tend to take all the burden and the men relax themselves.
Well said. Well said, well said. We have a serious situation in Trinidad where we've got lots of unwanted pregnancies. We don't know the statistics because hardly anyone does statistics. But visually, lots of persons women experience unwanted pregnancies. And because pregnancy is a very sensitive and critical period in the life of an unborn child, young girls, schoolgirls becoming pregnant only to realize that they have bipolar. And one of the critical signs of bipolar is sexual promiscuity. So while the teachers and the students talking about she like boys, the young lady is just living her symptoms, and they get pregnant, they have to leave school. Now, in unwanted pregnancy, there are emotional instability, rejection, the father disappear, parents, coming down on you didn't finish your academic aspirations, you get pregnant, and there are lots of pressures this mother has to go through and that psychological pressure is being fed through the umbilical cord. That is one end. What about the situation, the life condition of the mother? She might be ill at the time, taking medication, or she might be on drugs. All these sort of things would feed into the umbilicals. And then you have the actual delivery of the child, where you might remember, I don't know if they still do it now, forceps delivery. And with forceps delivery, that could have effect on the child's head, the brain, you see? And the unusual situation where the child happened to be born and not able to breathe oxygen immediately, the brain starts to dry, and I've seen a few cases where the children ended up being autistic. So there's a huge range of conditions where the limited time we have don't allow us to explore in more detail. But perhaps from time to time we'll be able to discuss and see how much we could become more educated and how we could help and advise the younger ones coming behind. Thank you so much. And
Mr. Ryan, because of the time it doesn't allow for more questions, but remember, Carl Ryan is our vice chair, so he is always at a meeting to chat with, to ask questions, formally or informally. So any more information on mental health, he will be available. We have our own mental health practitioner with us. Right. And of course, we want to advocate for his week that he's in with us. Like he said, it's non-profitable, he needs the assistance. So whatever assistance you can give, it's a very, very good thing that they do. And it's in San Fernando. So we don't have to worry about transportation, having to go up to etc. So it's a very, very good effort. And we want not only individually, but as Purple Diamonds group to support him. So we'll see what we can do towards assisting him as Purple Diamonds group. Okay. I would like a gentleman to approach me, please. That's a nice request. I would like a gentleman. I would like that particular gentleman to approach, please. Yes. And I'm having an approach first, because this is the second to last thing, then we will go into birthdays, and then we will... This gentleman, and I'm telling him I'm going to bring him out and let him tell me and us about him, just a couple of words before he performs. So first, his name is Wendell McBurney, right? Could you tell me, say, one little bit about your musical background? It's too big.
I'll put it in a little folder, you know, those little packets you always get, you know, you do a job and they will. I just like to sing. I love my music. And they say a song a little like one of the biggest entertainer in Trinidad, so, you know.
Okay, so time doesn't permit for too much information, so we got right into his performance. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome, do you have a subject right here or just Wendell? Leave it as Wendell, okay. Let's see for ourselves, because some of you might be seeing it for the first time like me. Let's see for ourselves, Wendell McBurney.
Good afternoon. So I think I have two sing-alongs. I'll just leave out one, right? But I'm sure you all will know the song. I ain't going high up because all you can see me from here. Ain't everybody can see me from here? No? I get a picture moment. Right. Nice. So, it's nothing to damage the furniture or anything else, so, but you just sing along, right? So, very good. From the moment I saw you, I know we were meant to be. From then until this day, there's no regret. There's no one else in this world to spend this life with me. So to you, I pay all my respect. God bless the day that I found you, baby. With you by my side and your love to guide me, honey, baby. Darling, honey, for all the things that you do for me, have my love unconditionally. Well, I know we will never part, and you will always have my heart. Every day, teeny day, when I am sad and blue, you show how much you care. You always know the things to say. Baby, if I should ever live to see 100 years, my wish is to spend every day with you. You are my strength and my inspiration, the only one I really can depend on, honey, baby, darling, honey, for all the things that you do for me, have my love unconditionally. Girl, I know we will never part, and you will always have my heart. I needed someone to hold me, someone to light up my life, someone to thrill and excite me, to make my world come alive. And there you were, with your sweet love and devotion. There you were, deeply touching my emotion. I love you, baby, I love you. The power of partnership is what we have here. No one can put us up on this world. We pledge our love to each other till the end of time. Baby, I give to you my heart, my soul, my mind. If I had my life to live all over, you'll be the one I choose to be my honey, baby, darling, honey, for all the things that you do for me, have my love unconditionally. Girl, I know we will never part, and you will always have my heart. This song is for you and only you. I sing this song for you and only you. I sing this song for you could only do two, so the DJ would just play any other one that he have there that he want to make to sing. He could play that one for me anyways. Nice? All you like that one? I want to change this style a little bit, right? A little variation is good. So there we go. One last song, look at this song. This is one of my favorites.
I can't believe it, you're a dream coming true. I can't believe how I have fallen for you, and I was not looking, was content to remain, and it's ironic to be back in the game. You are the one who's led me to the sun. How could I know that I was lost without you? And I want to tell you, you control my brain, and you should know that you are life in my veins. You are the one who's led me to the sun. How could I know that I was lost without you? I can't believe it, you're a dream coming true. I can't believe how I have fallen for you, and I was not looking, was content to remain, and it's ironic to be back in the game. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You're a dream coming true. Oh my, I have fallen for you. You're a dream coming true. Oh my, I have fallen for you. Oh yeah, you're a dream coming true. Oh my, I have fallen for you. You're a dream coming true.
Thank you very much. Let's give it. If we have any little writing on you on pens or anything, my number is 346-0600. So you can contact me there. If 346-0600, 100 only.
Song, we present you this token of our appreciation for weathering those two lovely songs.
Thank you so much for your young lady. I know that now we know who you is, so I'm saying right. You know, going to ask something? No. Okay. Thank you again.
Panama. Right, Mr. Navarro, just come in a minute, please. So we're going into our burger section. Mr. Navarro just has a brief announcement. Well, for persons again who don't know, Neville Navarro is on the board and at head office. He's also a member of TTARP. So we get information about directly, and of course he registers our new members.
Thank you, Donna. Good morning, ladies. I have a usual joke and gentleman. You always want to protect. I have a joke I usually make, but none of them see it like this. I was wondering if there's a hole in the sky because it's only 8 points that I see it. However, I don't meetings on behalf of Town Office and allow me to make a few announcements. One, well, of course, let us remember, maybe told you about the annual general meeting on Tuesday, the 12th of September. This will be at Center of Excellence, 10 a.m. And I urge you to follow the instructions that you will read with respect to transportation and so on. On Saturday, the 2nd of November, TTARP is having a Greenland 5K walk and run. It's an annual event. This is the name of the TTARP balloon. The race starts on Belmont Circular Road at 4 p.m. That is, TTARP has a spectrum, which is opposite Providence Gates and Belmont Circular Road. Okay? Some members from this group usually go and take part in that. There are many prizes and giveaways on that day. On Saturday, the 20th of November, TTARP Trinidad's annual Christmas Gala Center of Excellence at Center of Excellence 3 p.m. Again, further information will be coming with respect to that gala event, and I'm sure that this event will need promotion, will need, transportation announcements and so on. Again, TTARP is having a yard sale. It's on our fundraising barbecue. This will be on Saturday, the 7th of December. Right? At the same time, we site 167 Belmont Circular Road in Belmont. So, there are many nice giveaways and things going at that yard sale and also at the fundraising barbecue. So I need you to go up and take part in it. When I first went to September 12th is the annual general meeting. On September 13th to the 19th, TTARP is having a trip to Las Vegas, the city of lights. I believe that is already sold out. Usually sold out very, very low. November 2nd is the annual 5K, which I just announced. And on November 20th is gala lunch, Christmas lunch, and gala event at Center of Excellence. Again, further information will come, and these are the only preparations. The activity is on December 7th. So, this is just some of the announcements I want to make. Now, I've also been asked to inform the members of the senior card benefit for seniors. This is a program that TTARP has put in place for the senior members together with HealthNet. For $365 a year annually, you get one free annual medical checkup, you get benefits and a discount card, and hundreds of health insurance here at your man. Also, that is the Union plan, but there is also a platinum plan for 999, in which you get ECG, all the different tests, Dr. Medical, for $1,000. It's very, very beneficial and affordable. There's two plans, one for $365, one for $999. It is together with the HealthNet pharmacies, doctors and so on. Again, as I said, that plan, for the year, you will get doctor visits for $100, regular routine 10% off, laboratory tests, ultrasound, ECG, dietitian, clinical care, discounts on all these things within the plan. Right? And to some of us who follow retirees, can have mindfulness and peace for us. So we must include the next episode, colonoscopy, and so on, we also get discounts. So, due to that, I have the form that I can give you, for you to fill out, so I will give you this. And last but not least, I would like us Alien folks to check me out detail. Thank you for listening to me, ladies.
Do you have copies of this for handout?
Right, so he has copies, a few copies of the health form that he could give out to a few members, and those who don't get next year, we will provide some. Okay, again for new members, it's very simple. We want to wish everybody who is born with July, August, September, everybody from TTARP who are born July, August, September, we want to wish you happy birthday. And then, and new members particularly listen to this, you will find that we ask some persons afterwards to go up on stage. Those are the people who were born in those months, but have been with us for a year. So if you've been with us for a year, you will be getting a special token that we start by wishing everybody who's born June, July, August, September, happy birthday. Then we invite those who've been with us for 1 year to join us on stage. So after you've done your year, when your birthday comes around, then you get a token. Okay, so please appreciate that. So, all the persons who were born right when you are sitting, just stand please so you could see. Whether you just came today, doesn't matter. July, August, and September, your birthday fall within those months. But we want to wish you happy birthday, please find out a little longer, right? July, August, September, once you are here, and we have a very special rendition coming at you, just to acknowledge the fact that God placed you here on that day, and of course that you've been specially blessed. And I can't see the gentleman. Okay, so I'm waiting on our special. We want to our members, and Mr. Myers, could you join us please? I want to hear you and to be singing a lovely happy birthday song together. Right, so here he is. Anthony?
Mr. Anthony, you don't want to sing happy birthday with Mr. Myers. You're making style over. Yeah, encourage him. He put it on his phone. Yes. Yes, could both of you just put in a happy birthday.
So many lovely angels as we said. We would now like to sing you happy birthday. Okay? Okay, you can join us. Let's go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. God is is blessing you now. God is blessing you now. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip hip. Hip hip hip. Thank you, Mr. Gilbert.
Don't forget that was part one. Now we have a very special rendition just for you, birthday people. Danoa, where's Mrs. Danoa? Come, where's Anne? Anne Danoa, calling Anne Danoa. Don't be shy. Come. Yes, don't be shy. You know, you have to let our members know who you are. Because on stage, that very handsome gentleman and very talented is the offspring of our assistant secretary. And the assistant treasurer, she's a Phenomenal style. Assistant treasurer, right, Andre Danoa. And in case you know she's very shy, so I'm putting her in. In case you don't know who I'm talking about, this is Andre Danoa. Okay? So, her son Andre, a very noted, you should be the one talking about him, the way she says no. A very noted musician, he's played far and wide, right? He's a violinist, and he's going to do two songs. The first one is Passion for these people standing here. So, he tells me to talk. I think maybe I could call Mr. Ryan. He says we should talk some more.
We should talk.
Some more.
Talk some more.
Say something.
What about Drago? You like how we sing? What about old Drago? Yes? Well, it's the first time I hear Dragon sing so sweetly. So how is the morning going so far? Very good. Who hadn't had a drink as yet?
So them to sit a while. When he starts, they stand again.
Yeah. Okay, can we ask the baby people to sit a while? Because to save your legs. Hello, ma'am. How are you? Nice to see you again. You look lovely. I'm telling you. She's married. I'm not even say that. You bring someone talk on you. Oh boy, I take it back. I take it back. Mercies, no mercies, yes. They know business. So what about this storm? What's the name of this storm? What? Dorian. And where the storm is now, right now? Where about the So it's not coming to Trinidad. You sure? I want to know where to run. Dorian. Yeah. What about on that side? There's food that women, and you listen to this now, women speak 50,000 words women speak 30,000 words every month, and men speak 15,000. So why is it so? Can anyone explain? Women speak 30,000 words every month, and men only speak 15,000. So why that is so? Well, everybody knows, I don't have to repeat it. Everybody knows. Maybe that's why Mr. Navarro didn't want to recognize gentlemen just now. And I was very hurt by that.
We want to get good timing, plus it's the whole, all the TARP members, so we want all those center of excellence is teaching breaks, so they tend to hold everybody, not like what they see. But we leaving at 8 o'clock. We're not boarding at 8 o'clock, we're boarding at 7:30 from here, and we're leaving here promptly at 8 o'clock. Now it's a school day, and you know what the school traffic is like, you know what the roundabout is like, etc. Make allowance for that, please. Thursday the 12th for the H1, all one transport. Don't forget to put your name down so I'll tell you how much maxi you may need. It's $65, just the straight fare. So we're going up on the 12th, leaving here 8 o'clock. So by 7:30 people should be boarding. They tend to come a little earlier, so the maxi tends to be a little earlier. Okay? Those who are not, of course, going with us, you are free to not go with us. Just remember it starts at 10. So make your way up there for, well, I would say 9:30 for the latest. Okay? So that's the one thing. Kumailpo, that's a longer distance. We will leave there at 7. Okay? So Kumailpo, that's somewhere Sandy Gandhi, we will leave down here at 7. Well, let's say 7:30, because I don't want people to get up in the dark. It's so dark at 7 noon. 7, boarding, 7:30 departure. Okay, Kumailpo, 7 boarding, 7:30 departure. Walk with your games, your bathing suit, your walking shoes, whatever. Walk with your items so you can have a fun day at Kumailpo. Good again, well. Very well. Sorry. I want to that sells food, so but if it's chicken and chips or something, because someone might stop at PR so people could get something. So we can always ask him to do that. But to be safe, if you want to thing, as I said, we can organize with a group, what different persons will in, and we can walk with the food. And then the store say we bring in food from the cemetery. Okay? So walk with your food, walk with what you need to use, water, etc. I understand that at one point they sold some fruits and vegetables, etc. I will send out a WhatsApp on that. I will find out from him what fruits they have in season and what will be for sale, and I will send that out to you. Okay? Right, so it's Kumailpo on that. In October, we have Wellness Day. Now for those who are new to our Wellness Day, what we do, we have several booths, persons coming for eye care, blood care, Medicare. We invite several persons to set up various booths so members, because for the next couple months it's taking care of us. On mental health today, Wellness Day in October, where we invite persons to come in and of course do what they can for us. And it's not about getting the bags or whatever that they do. Make sure that you come in time. We're going to try to keep the talk part to a minimum so everybody gets to go to the various booths and get to do testing. I think they do cholesterol. It depends on who used to come. Right? But by October, by the end of September, I'll be able to tell you exactly who's coming in so you can know that. October tour is a repeat tour. We've gone to first people last year, which now, like they say, they're not Caribs, they don't like that way at all, so we call them the first people. We go to them, meet them in a car, and then we walk to Lake and then we come back down and we go to Twin City Mall. So that's a few one in October. In November, we have our tour to the malls. Now, I need you to know this. When I sent out the notice, I said the 24th, but it's already the 23rd of September. Mr. Navarro just said head office is having something on the 23rd. We are not allowed to have activities on the same day as head office. So we have switched all more stuff to the 16th. Okay? So it's Saturday the 16th. So again, WhatsApp may have had that date. It's the 16th to accommodate head office luncheon or whatever we have on that day. Okay? And of course, come December, and I have two committees that I put down Christmas luncheon. People will need help with that. So if you know you're good at that, I see my person with decoration. Yes, I know you're going to look at her, but please put your name down to help on the Christmas luncheon. We need to do things like look at the place, look at our needs in the space, look at what the cost of the food will be using, and of course we had the new decoration committee last year. People worked into the night decorating. We looked very, very lovely, and we know that, but they worked hard. We need more hands on board this year. Okay, so it's Wellness Day in October, and we need people to help with that luncheon. Those are special events. That's why I put them separate in the folder. They are special events. Okay, now we have and let more things happen. You know, more things more. Things will go wrong and we least expected. But both the people kindly do me the favor of standing again so that the gentleman can serenade here in fine style. We have Andrew Donnelly celebrating all the birthday people at Manchester, all the people from July, August, September. Just stand up in front and let us serenade you, as I said, for your you so much. That was simply beautiful. Thank you. Have a seat, please. Now, the second part, I'm asking all the persons who will with us for here, just make your way on stage, please, to get your tokens. All the birthday celebrants who've been with us for a year, just quickly make your way. By the way, while you're doing that, I want us to raise our glasses and toast to all those persons, health, strength, and of course, beautiful, beautiful lives until next year and for the future. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Hip, hip, hip. Right, can you make your way on stage quickly, please? No, a year, you're still in top. If you remember top for a year, okay. Okay, now you need to have you say a few words.
Evening, everyone. I will have that over. So I'm just saying thank you for having me. Do enjoy the rest of your day.
And of course, you know that he's a little bit shy there, but he's a super artist. So any function you have and you want to have any contact, you also have done Mr. Noel, so that is also a contact. And you know for Christmas we have to see what we can do. Okay, because it's obviously marvelous music here. And more people are losing parts of themselves. So I don't know if it's right here, but no problem, okay? Now, while the lunches are being handed out, I know that as I told you all, and from now on you should think about that. Again, thank you so much, Andrew. Let's give Andrew another hand for that beautiful music. And of course, all our presenters today, Randall McMahon, our own Antonio Najwago, and I want to see some of our ladies coming up more often. If you have some ladies that you know that we can bring in, no problem, because some of you are listening to only have the men before the most of the time.
Like last time.
Okay.
1 minute? 1 minute. They could do it in 1 minute?
Okay, we are about to go to the refreshments, but there's a person, gentleman here. He was supposed to come a bit earlier to tell you about the services. Okay.
Talk to them.
Pleasant good afternoon. My name is David Span. I am from Point 14. I have just 60 seconds to tell you about the non-emergency transport business that we have. And we are here today to present it to you. Now when we are finished here and you all come outside, you will see our vehicle in the car park where we will do a demonstration for you and present you with some flyers and some cards so that you will get to know more about our business. I believe it's the first of its kind in Trinidad and Tobago. It's non-emergency medical transport. You know when you go to New York and these places, there is a thing we call accessory. That's like accessory. So it's a vehicle with equipment to lift your family where you don't have to lift them, carry them, or all that thing, the equipment, so you can come outside, look at it, and it's there, right? So it's Point 14 medical transport at your service, and we look forward to your patronage. Thank you very much.
Right, and as he says, before you leave, you can see that. And as I say that, I want people to start to think in terms of our meetings as from 12 to 1. Sorry, from 10 to 1, and not really at 12, because we really need to occupy our full time. Don't just come for the 2 hours. And so now we're going to do the refreshments. It's been a grand morning. Good morning. Right. So now we're going to do the refreshments. Come Mr. Hibbert fast. And what they want is persons to come away by way because the committee don't want them to frazzle. There's enough for everybody. So we're going to do way by way. Don't forget, before I forget, one of the committee is physical amenities. This gentleman and a couple others always come to put out the chairs, to back the chairs, so that committee is important because President President will give us the mandate to prepare the place, and we need people to come out to help move chairs, etc., and at the end of it, to replace the chairs. He said we want you to socialize so they are short. So yes, you could sit on the chair for a while and leave, but remember before you leave, you need to put them back. One last thing. Good afternoon, Government members. The Friends of St. Barnabas Parish presents an October to remember. On Sunday the 27th of October, 2019 at the Napoleon Bay, at 6 p.m. The price is $200. Our performers will have Michelle Dorridge, Blessed Messenger, The Sweet Chorale, Joy Positive Murray, and other artists. This proceed goes towards our rectory that will be constructed at our St. Anglican Church grounds in Lowland. We need your generous support to make this project a success. Thank you. Bring us back safely to this place at another time. Amen.